So today's an interesting video, so I got a request from my dad to try and make a mold of a Mego head, specifically this Brainiac one, or he's going to kick me out. Is that right, Dad?
That's absolutely right. I have no mercy. He pays no rent here. That's the only way he can stay here. But I thought it sounded good.
Let's go ahead and figure out if we can do this. So today's going to be a bit more of a laid-back kind of chill video as I try and figure out how to actually do this. So I did get this liquid plastic mold maker, so we're going to see what we can do with it. I'm going to pop it open, read the instructions, and just do what we can with it. I'm really curious to see if we could do that. I do have this really nice Brainiac head sculpt. Like, this is a really cool model. I really like the actual sculpt of it. So this will be our basis. We'll be able to reproduce it and then modify it, so we'll be able to sand down the different head components, extend the ears, make modifications here and there, whatever we need to do to really get this to be a good blank head to work off of. And right off the bat, the first head that we were thinking of was Blue Devil, so we're going to do that real quick. So here is our first mold, and this one's just a little bit left over to make sure everything's dry before we crack that one open. Very excited to see how this goes. This is a first, so a little nervous, not gonna lie, but it's very easy. Just mix equal parts A and B to get the result, so can't wait to see how this is gonna go. Alright guys, so I mentioned how this was gonna be a bit more of a chill episode, but I'm really excited. Go ahead and show the head. So we just pulled it from the mold. This is a Brainiac head. I showed it before. It's a really great sculpt, and we just pulled it. Now, we did make the mistake where our little dowel did move, so we unfortunately cut it on the side instead of the back, but considering this is our test, it did really good. So this is what we have. This is the silicone to rubber mold, and now we'll be able to put this in a brand new cup and then pour in the liquid plaster and have it harden, and we can see what we got. I'm really excited. What do you think, Dad?
I think it's awesome. It opens up a whole world of possibilities with new heads, new customized. So, you know, if you're into custom making toys, parts, whatever, because if you could do this with a head, you can do this with an arm, you can do it with a leg, you can do it with a hip, or whatever it is. So, you know, it really gives you avenues to really express your imagination, your creativity.
So I'm really excited. So we're going to let this chill overnight, and then we'll tackle it tomorrow. So very excited about that. This one's going to be a fun episode, and what's cool about this one is because I really like the Brainiac head, we will be able to take the original, keep it just fine, but the reproduction will be able to modify and do whatever we need. So we could sand down the heads, we could extend the ears. I'm thinking Blue Devil.
Yeah.
That's where I'm thinking.
I mean, there's quite a few characters, you know, that basically, with that bald head like that, but it's got nice features, you can do all kind of stuff, and you just add a little bit here or there and let it harden with a super sculpting. There's other materials you can use, and then you just use that as a base. And
yep.
You go from there.
Super excited. Yeah. Alright, it's been a couple days and we have 3 different heads, and we did a couple other casting, and I'm really happy with the results that we got. First off, our silicone mode was super good. It's actually not that hard to do. I was really intimidated when I first started, but after doing a couple times, I really got into the flow of things, and I definitely have a few things to say and some advice. For one, definitely wear gloves and some type of mask. You don't want to be breathing in some chemicals or getting it on your skin. 2, be super careful and make sure no dogs or animals like drink this stuff, because when it solidifies, it's like instant death because it'll solidify in your throat, and it happens really fast. It's a pretty like intense chemical reaction. You can feel the heat off of it. Definitely doing a couple different attempts really helped. So the first head we did, we used way too much powder and we lost some of the detail in there, and we also mixed a little too much because we didn't think about it expanding. Also, if you are wanting to know how much you should make, what I recommend is to fill your silicone mold with water and then pour that water into another cup, and then you'll know exactly how much you need, so you can split that between the 2 cups evenly, and then you have your 1-to-1 ratio between part A and part B. Either way, that is a little tip that I figured out to make sure I wasn't over mixing. Our second one, we didn't use any powder, and unfortunately we did get a couple holes in there, which does suck, but our final head came out super clean, super good. Very little teeny tiny bit of powder. And one thing I also did was that as I was pouring the mixture in, I did make sure I was tapping to help get rid of any bubbles, and also moving the mold to make sure it was really getting into all the nooks and crannies. And this is really fun. I really like how these heads turn out. These are super nice, super usable. We can sand them, we can paint them, we can do whatever we want with them, and now it opens up the door for us to do just more stuff with Megos, and I'm pretty excited. Now, Megos are, in all honesty, more of my dad's thing. That is something that he loves to do, and then I help him out and I paint heads for him. But with that said, though, this does open up the ideas for some new things that we can do on the channel, including making some cool tools, maybe some stencils. My mind is thinking of some different ideas, and I'm really happy that I took the time to get into this process, because yes, it is intimidating, it is super fun, and I absolutely love how this head came out. And like I said, this is going to be a super chill, just quick little video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something. Very excited to talk about this and show this off, and if you guys are intimidated by something, just take your time, go ahead and explore it. You're gonna love it. It's super challenging, yes. For me, it's super fun. So let this be a lesson that if you're intimidated by something, just go ahead and try it. Worst comes to worst, you fail the first time, but you learn something, and then the next time you do it, you'll look better until you just keep doing it and you become a pro at it. That's something I love about art, and specifically what I do with my job at Blick, is that I learn so much, and I love learning, and it just makes me more of a versatile, more knowledgeable artist. That it's something that's super fun. I kind of am an art consultant, and I absolutely love doing random fun stuff like this. So very excited with how these head molds came out. Gonna be making some more, so maybe we'll do some progress updates later on. Let me know what you guys think, and have a great day, and thank you all so much for checking out this video. Subscribe, like the video, all the normal fun jazz, and stay tuned for more comic art and illustrations.